Welcome back to the Digital Den. I'm your host, Riley Burton, here to do Mr. Phillips' weekly newsletter. Thank you for being on here, Mr. Phillips.
Thank you for having me, Riley Burton.
Oh, you're welcome.
Be here, man. And I'm on time today.
Yes, we're glad you're here.
But I'm on time today. Last week I was not. We had to move some stuff around, but I'm here on time.
We're glad you're here. So we had a very busy week. It started out great when Miss McCullough came back on Monday after maternity leave.
She did. She's been out. Glad to get her back. She's our assistant principal that deals with most of our discipline, so it's good to have her back. We like to have that consistency with our discipline. She did want me to remind her before I came down here. She said, "Please remind everybody that dress code has not changed since last year." I think there's some speculation out there that some things changed, so she wanted me to send a reminder about that. But yeah, she had a baby over this actually I think she was due on the first day of school, so she had Trace a little bit early. But she is glad to be back. She actually on Wednesday after school she went to daycare and picked him up and brought him back. And the office ladies, they all love that when they get you got that newborn baby in there. They were all excited about that. So glad to have her back. But yeah, it's been a busy week, homecoming week. Whew, we've had a lot going on this week.
Yes, sir.
But kids have embraced it, and it's been great. Ton of participation from our students and our staff. We're going to have all that finish up tonight and tomorrow with a big football game tonight and a big homecoming dance tomorrow night that I think we're going to talk about here in a minute. But yeah, just exciting week to be a Bear.
Yes, sir.
We love it.
So tell us about the Y Club voter registration.
Yeah, so on Wednesday, Miss Day, one of our social studies teachers, a while back, she had come to me and she was like, "Hey, I want to do a voter registration for some of our, for our older students." So she put all that together. She did every bit of that legwork. She did all that and did an amazing job. She had an amazing schedule laid out. We had Senator Higdon here. I think we had Representative James Allen Tipton was here. They talked to kids. The kids registered to vote. They could either do it by paper or they had a QR code in there where kids could do it by phone. And I think they had to be, as long as you were 18 by the time, voting comes up here in November. But we had, I think last count, we were in the double digits of getting kids registered to vote, which is a huge, huge thing. We want kids to know, to get out there and make sure their voices are heard. So we were really, that was a really cool event. I think the newspaper was here. I think there'll probably be an article coming out about that, in the next week or so. But all credit to Miss Day. She put all that together. And the Y Club kids, and I don't want to start naming them because I'll miss a few, but they just embraced that. They did every bit of the work. I kind of just got to sit back, didn't even have to worry about it, which is always good.
Yes,
so,
that's great.
But great turnout, great participation by the kids, good stuff.
And tell us about the college and career fair for juniors and seniors.
That was here. I think was that Wednesday as well. Maybe the other one was on Tuesday. I don't know, but they're both midweek. But the college and career fair, yes, we had 50 colleges here set up in our gym the other day. Our culinary department, they cooked a bunch of food and fed them well. We always feed them well, and every year that number's growing. So I think the word's out. Like they get a good meal when they come. So
yes, sir.
So people they're ready to come. But we had colleges from all over the state, all over the region, really. And we had some colleges from pretty good distance away that come. And our kids, we do seniors first, let them spend some time in there, and then we do juniors. Our junior class got to go in and getting those wheels turning about, hey, where what are you thinking, and just seeing what schools are offering and just getting out there. And it's always cool to talk to kids when they leave there. There's always a little more excitement that they have a little bit. There's a little more enthusiasm that comes out of them because they feel like they're starting to put a plan together a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So you do all this work and then when you start to hear and you see U of L and Western and UK and the University, I think Tennessee. I mean, there's just a ton of. It's really cool to get in there and talk to those people. And great job, Miss Clyde put every bit of that together. Once again, none of that is me. That was our new college and career coach, Miss Clyde. Mr. Odenbach, our old college and career coach, had some of that set up, but she took that over the summer and really is growing that. And it's just great turnout and great student participation again. So Dr. Foster stopped by for that a little bit that morning. He was really impressed with how that was set up. So it's always good when your superintendent's happy with what you do.
Oh, yes. He was very involved this week.
Yeah, he was. He's been here. I think he's going to try to get here for our pep rally today. I talked to him this morning, and we're doing some stuff tonight. I think he's going to be here for the football game. So, yeah, it's good to see him.
Yes, sir. Just a reminder to everyone, click the link in the description for the parent reminders and the class pages. So this is homecoming week and spirit week. So how's that gone so far?
It's been good. Participation's been through the roof. We had I've been fine all week. I hadn't lost any sleep until last night, and today was. So parents, if you're out there today, was anything but a backpack day. And last year that was something I really didn't approve because I was a little worried about it. But this year we decided to give it a whirl, and so we were at the front door this morning. But man, we only had to turn away we had to get two kids to take some shopping carts back to there because they had like full size shopping carts, and And they just kind of laughed. They said, "Yeah, we didn't think you'd allow it, Mr. Phillips. We thought we'd try." So, and nothing. They're just too big. We're really crowded here, so that was just more of a safety concern. But some really cool stuff this morning. You know, I saw a kid with a tool belt and had his notepads down in there and his book. Like, that was really cool to see. And we had some little baby strollers, and we had, I don't know what all I saw coming in this morning.
I've seen sleds, little kiddie pools, everything.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that's something that started probably a few years ago on social media somewhere, and first time we've ever done it. But we had a good week. We had a Rhyme Without a Reason day yesterday that was really cool. There was some kids being creative, and I forget what all they were this week. We had some different ones this year, what was really cool. I feel like last few years we kind of had the same themes. Miss Cook and her senior advisory team, they got really creative this year and had some good stuff. So we a good week, all leading up to a big homecoming football game tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So reminder for everyone that the dance is going to be tomorrow at 7 o'clock at the sports complex for athletics, and it's going to be Hollywood themed. So yesterday you've been meeting with the juniors during advisory. Well, you didn't yesterday, but you've been meeting with different.
Yeah, so we're doing town hall meetings. Trying to do it every Thursday. We got a rotating schedule. We met with the freshmen a few weeks ago. Sophomores last week. Juniors were yesterday. Seniors will be next week, and then we'll start that over again. And what that is that's just a time for us to get the entire class together in the gym during our advisory time. Just have good conversations with them. We're going to start turning that into some like fun activities and things like that. Just trying to build some school spirit. Stuff like that, but that's a time for me, my admin team, and our counselors to get in there and just to build relationships with you all students. We don't get to see you all near as much as our teachers do. You know, we have other things, and sometimes we get bogged down, and we try to get out there and be around you all and you know, be present, but sometimes that gets difficult. So we wanted to build that time in to just really be able to have 30 minutes with you all as kids. And it's not enough, but it's a start, right?
Yes,
we're getting there. But yeah, the first go around, we were just talking about some of our procedures and our routines. Just wanted to spend 1 week on that, and then as we start to get back into our second cycle with freshmen, we will start to do some fun stuff with that. So excited about that. That also allows all of our junior, like this week, all of our grade level teachers got to meet. I went to that meeting for a little while yesterday, and it was really cool. They got a list of kids that we're working on. We're trying to get to know kids on a personal level, you know, just on a name-by-name basis, and that way we can support every kid in the way they need to be supported. So great conversations with kids. Teachers are having great conversations at that time about kids, and when we're doing that, that's a win-win, man. So exciting stuff.
It's great that you're building relationships with every class.
That's what look, man, I can't believe y'all pay me to do this. They pay me to come here and hang out with high school kids and you know, and hang out with y'all during the day, go to lunch with you and go to your sporting events. I mean, I've got somebody suckered, man. I can't believe they pay me to do this job.
Yes, sir.
So, Dr. Foster, I'm just kidding about that. I need that paycheck.
So moving on to sports, tell us about the golf team.
Man, you know I'm a golfer.
Yes, sir.
You know that. I used to be the golf coach. So they actually I got to start out with Coach Cruz. This past weekend, he sent me a message, and they had a practice round Monday afternoon. It started at like 4 o'clock over where the girls were on Monday. We had Emma go on Monday, and then our boys went on Tuesday. So the boys were playing a practice round Monday afternoon. He was like, "Hey, I'm still going to be, you know, with Emma that day. Do you mind? The boys would love if you came out and played 18 holes with them." So I got to leave right after school. And I've probably played a lot. I've played a lot of rounds of golf in my life, Riley. That was the most fun I've ever had on the golf course. Just being with those kids. You know, we were missing Jackson Toby, but everybody else was there. And I just getting you know, and I'm not. Seth Shelley beat me. It didn't make me happy, but he beat me. None of the rest of them did though, Riley. I beat the rest of them. But we, it was just really cool. And then that was quality time that I got to spend with kids. We were out there for about 4 hours. We were out there almost dark. And I got home and told my wife, I was like, that's what it's all about. But Emma had a great showing on Monday. I think she missed qualifying for semi-state by like 2 or 3 strokes, I think. She was right there. She had a great, you know, it's her senior year, so she's finished up. Couldn't be any more proud of her. You know, she had a great season. And she does so much for us in the building outside of golf. If she just focused on golf, she would be really, really good. She's doing 1,000 different things, you know, and like a lot of you all are. So, then our boys on Tuesday morning showed up, and they ended up winning the region, which is a huge accomplishment. I think they beat Central Hardin, who finished second, maybe, and then Seth Shelley won the individual title. So now they move on to next week to semi-state, which is up in Kenton County. I think that's up by Cincinnati. They're going to go up there and play. Go up for practice round on Monday, and then play on Tuesday. And if they win that, then they move on to the very final state tournament at Bowling Green, which we've been to the last couple of years. So there's a little change in the format this year. So It could be a little difficult getting out of semi-state, but those boys can do it. They are players. But yeah, good week for them. Girls soccer had another good week. They beat North Bullitt and Tide Christian Academy. Collins did end up beating them the other night, so they've had 3 games this week. They're going into the district as the 2 seed, which is at Woodford County, and will face Woodford County. I'm not quite sure where that's located at. I don't know where they're doing. It's maybe at Collins. It may be in Shelby County at Collins. Boy, and their season's got to be coming to an end. All of our fall sports are pretty much coming, besides football. Football tends to stretch out a little bit, but all the rest of the fall sports are starting to wrap up. Boys soccer, they had a couple of tough losses this week. Central beat them. Or they beat Central, sorry.
Yes,
they beat Central. Yeah, 7-0 the other night. Tough loss, district match to Shelby County. They lost to Shelby the other night, but they'll be in the district. They'll start in the 4-5 game. We have 5 teams in our district, so they're going to be in a 4-5 match up there. But yeah, the district tournament I think starts October 2nd. That's a big week for us. You know, we got a lot of district sports going on. We got ACT that week for seniors. Volleyball lost to Whitfield and Collins this week. They were competitive both nights. I was here for the Collins game last night, and they were in every match that just didn't go their way. You know, so good week. We're gonna wrap that up with a football victory tonight.
Yes, sir. So this week it's been a little bit of a battle of the bar stool. So tell us what's going through your mind for this homecoming game tonight against Western Hills.
Well, I don't know. What did Coach Marksbury say the other day? What's he got to say?
Oh, he's ready.
He's ready.
Yes,
Are y'all
sir.
ready? I guess. Yeah. I think. Yep. Like I wore my blue today. I wasn't paying attention this morning when I got up, but I'll make sure and get home and change before tonight. But I think Western Hills is undefeated if I'm correct.
Yes,
I believe
they're
they're 4-0. But I feel like they're probably not on the level that Franklin County was on last week. I feel like they're probably not to that level. So I think we're going to win the ball game. Do you want? Look, I'm going to put a score on it: 31-14. We're going to win.
I was thinking 22-18.
22-18.
Yes.
So
it's going to be a good game.
It is going to be a good game.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we'll be glad to have them. Western Hills is always great when they come in. Great kids, great community there in Frankfort, so we're glad to have them. We're going to have a big district-wide tailgate tonight, so
Yes,
for all of our staff, something that we did a school-wide one 2 weeks ago, and we're going to do a district-wide, so our middle school staff and both of our elementaries, our Hillview staff, our early learning center, our board office, we're encouraging all those people to come out. We're going to grill out. We've got a big bouncy house coming for the kids. We're going so they can bring their families. They can bring their chairs. They can sit in the end zone if they want. So
great atmosphere.
Just another way for us to get out and celebrate you all. That's what it's about, man.
Yes,
It's pretty cool to see when everybody from the community shows up, man. You know, it's good stuff. So yep, should be a good game. And then dance tomorrow night. We'll have plenty of security here tomorrow night, please. So we want everybody to be safe. Just make sure as a parent and as a student, you know, if you come, there are rules that we have to follow and things of that nature. Don't come in thinking we can just do whatever we want to do. We're going to keep it. We want you to have a good time, but we're going to keep it safe, keep it productive, and have a good night. Get everybody. Looks like the weather's going to be good for that too. So
Yes, sir.
I always worry about that homecoming. We always do outside out there at the athletic complex on that concrete area, and it's great as long as it doesn't rain. And every year so far we've had good weather. So
Yes, sir.
exciting weekend. Yeah, let's keep
Yes,
it that
sir.
way.
So our sports this weekend, cross country's going to Bardstown for the Hillbilly Run at 10:15 a.m. Our girls soccer team goes to E-Town for 2 games tomorrow, and then they play Warren Central at 9 a.m. and Bullitt East at 1 p.m. Then other announcements, makeup pictures for everyone, all teachers, staff, and including seniors, is going to be Friday, October 27th. This Monday during Bears in Overtime, ACT prep, they'll be focusing on science. Softball team has their fall workouts, open fields every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. on the softball field. Also, anyone interested in archery, there's open gym Tuesday, September 26th and Thursday, September 28th in the back gym. After school from 2:45 to 4 p.m. You have to have a sports physical to participate and then see Miss Nash with any questions. So yesterday, we had a lockdown. So explain to us what happened yesterday.
We did. So I'd actually reach out to our local law enforcement. I feel like my number one job is to provide an environment and make sure we have an environment for all 1,000 kids that it's safe and kids want to be here. So we had reached out to them, and I had them bring a couple of drug dogs in. We sent an email out as soon as we went into lockdown mode, which we went into a soft lockdown, which means just all the classroom doors stay closed. Instruction continues, and we just kind of do our things with the dogs. We randomly select a few rooms and get all the kids out of the room, and we don't search kids or the dogs don't sniff kids. They just all their backpacks and things like that. just to make sure. So I think we ended up doing 8 or 10 rooms. We had our local dog here, Spencer, who is with the sheriff's department here, and then we had a canine unit out of Louisville that came in and helped with that. Once it was complete and everything was clear, I sent another email reminding parents that everything was all clear. That's strictly to provide an environment for kids that's conducive to learning, right? That's what we want to do here. We don't want to have things going on here that shouldn't be going on. We fight that whole vaping, and that's a whole battle at this level. That we've got vape detectors that are going to go into our restrooms here in the next couple of weeks that were approved back in the spring, and it's just taking a little bit to get them ordered and get them here, but that's going in, and that's all just to try to help and support, because we know that's our job. That's part of our job. I can't expect you to come here and learn if I don't provide an environment where you feel safe and we're trying to take care of kids. So that's all that was. We have a great rapport with our local law enforcement. They were really good with kids. They always are. They're in our lunchroom 3 or 4 days a week hanging out. They come in yesterday and they're hoping and praying they don't find anything, right? Like they're hoping and praying. Their job is that we don't, and we did, and everything was fine. Everything checked out good. We'll probably do that, We'll probably do that 2 or 3 times a year, just as a reminder. We want to keep kids safe, and yeah, I'm a parent as well, and I want to make sure that I'm a parent to 1,000 of you. I feel like sometimes, but
yes,
that's our job. We love each and every one of you, and want to make sure you want to be here every day, and we don't have things going on that shouldn't be.
So are there any other remarks you'd like to leave us with?
Yeah, for sure. So just a reminder to all my 10th and 12th grade parents out there, I hate to announce this, but our 10th, 12th grade counselor, Miss Amy Miller, has accepted a position somewhere else. Today is actually her last day here with us. She's going to be moving. She lives in Nelson County, and she's got a position over there, which, she's kind of calling her home a little bit, so I understand that. But we're going to miss her, but we're going to work on getting that position filled.
An interruption. At this time, we need all band members. Please report to the band room. Band members to the band room.
Just getting ready for pep rally.
That's right. Those things happen, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, she's moving. She's gonna go back home, and I don't blame her at all. But we're gonna miss her. We're celebrating her a little bit with like a dessert bar. We're having a little dessert bar up there in the office this morning. But got that job's already posted, and I've had some people reach out that are interested. So we have a place here that people want to be. So I think we'll get that job filled, and so there'll be a little bit of a transition time. And the 10th graders, I'm not necessarily worried about the academic part. The seniors I worry about a little bit, because this is a really busy time for them, and I just got to make sure that we have a counselor in that role that can support them and help them finish up. So outside of that, really good week. Make sure you click on those links in the description down there below. So I had a couple parents email last week about that, and if you just look right down below this video, they are there to take you to everything you need to know about all of our grade levels, and anything you need Spencer County High School wise is right there.
Yes, sir. Well, is that it, Mr. Phillips?
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Well, thank you
for
coming
on. To get to.
Oh, yes, I do too.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on for your weekly newsletter. Follow us, SCHS Digital Den, and then on Instagram, digitalden.schs. Hope everyone has a good day.